Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, you are throwing away 5 of the most effective natural fertilizers available to a home gardener. Not scraps that might work eventually if you compost them for 6 months. Not ingredients that need to be processed or purchased or ordered online. Things you made this morning. Things you will make again tomorrow. Things that have been going straight into your bin every single day while your garden plants sat in soil that was quietly running out of the nutrients they need. Today we are covering 5 kitchen items that function as genuine, fast-acting natural fertilizers, each one delivering measurable, documented nutrition to your plants within 48 hours of application when used correctly. The key phrase is when used correctly, because most of the advice circulating online about these ingredients is either incomplete or wrong, and some of it will actually damage your plants if you follow it without understanding the science. I am going to give you the science, the correct application method, the honest limitations, and the specific warning for each one. Stay until fertilizer number 5. It is the one sitting on your stove right now that almost nobody thinks of as plant food, and it is the most immediately plant-available natural fertilizer on this entire list. Here is the real problem most gardeners face when it comes to feeding their plants. Commercial fertilizers work. Nobody is arguing that. But they cost money every season. They come in plastic packaging. Some of them, particularly synthetic nitrogen fertilizers, can burn plants if overapplied and damage soil microbial communities with repeated use. And according to research cited by multiple university extension programs, synthetic nitrogen fertilizers are a significant source of agricultural greenhouse gas emissions globally. Yet most gardeners keep buying them every spring because the alternative, building a compost pile and waiting 6 months for results, feels too slow when a plant is struggling right now. What most gardeners were never told is that there is a middle path. Between synthetic fertilizer and 6-month compost, there is a category of kitchen-derived, science-backed, immediately available plant nutrients that can deliver measurable results in 48 hours, from things you are already producing in your home every single day. The problem is not availability. Everything on this list is already in your kitchen. The problem is that nobody ever explained how to use them correctly. The internet is full of advice about burying banana peels and sprinkling coffee grounds, but much of that advice skips the critical part, the preparation method that makes the difference between fast-acting nutrition and very slow decomposition that does almost nothing for weeks. That is what this video is correcting. Most people think of fertilizer as something you buy. A bag, a bottle, a box with an NPK ratio on the front. What the plants in your garden actually need is not a brand. It is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, and a range of micronutrients elements that happen to be present in significant quantities in the organic waste your kitchen produces every single day. The shift this video is asking you to make is simple. Stop thinking of kitchen waste as garbage and start thinking of it as a nutrient delivery system. The question is not whether your kitchen produces plant food. It does. The question is whether you know how to unlock those nutrients in a form your plants can absorb quickly. That is what the preparation methods in this video are designed to do. Every nutrient claim in this video is documented in peer-reviewed scientific research and verified university extension sources. Sources include Cornell University's Soil Now program, Oregon State University Extension, Wisconsin Horticulture Extension, University of Nebraska Extension, Piedmont Master Gardeners, University of New Hampshire Extension, Gardening Know-How, BBC Gardener's World Magazine, Sutter Health Nutritional Data, and research published in peer-reviewed journals including Agriculture MDPI, Taylor and Francis, and the Journal of Environmental Quality. Where I tell you a preparation method works faster than another, that is based on documented chemistry, specifically the difference between nutrients locked in intact organic matter requiring microbial decomposition and nutrients already dissolved in liquid solution that plant roots can absorb directly. And where I give you a warning, that warning is based on documented research showing real plant damage from incorrect application. 5 kitchen fertilizers. Every one of them backed by documented science. Every one already available in your home at zero cost. But fertilizer number 5 is the one I want you to stay for, because it is the most immediately plant-available natural fertilizer on this entire list, requires zero preparation, and you have been pouring it down your drain every single night. Once you understand what is in it and why plant roots can absorb it almost instantly, you will never look at your kitchen the same way again. Welcome to Gardening Answers, where every video is built on real science and real growing data, zero products being pushed. If that is what you want in your feed every week, subscribe right now and hit the bell. Let's get into the fertilizers. Fertilizer 1. Coffee grounds. The most widely discussed kitchen fertilizer in the gardening world, and the one where most of the popular advice gets the application method critically wrong. Let us start with what coffee grounds actually contain. According to Oregon State University Extension, coffee grounds provide nitrogen at 1% to 2% content, along with small amounts of potassium, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals. Cornell University's Soil Now program confirms the nitrogen content and documents that nitrogen from composted coffee grounds is less likely to be lost through leaching and runoff than synthetic sources. Here is the critical honest fact that most gardening content skips completely. Oregon State University Extension states directly that uncomposted coffee grounds are not a nitrogen fertilizer when applied directly to soil. When dry grounds are worked into soil, the nitrogen is initially tied up by soil microorganisms using it to grow and reproduce. OSU's own research found this means grounds can temporarily compete with your plants for the nitrogen already present. The University of Melbourne confirmed this. Their research found that even limited amounts of coffee grounds in soil had a detrimental effect on the growth of broccoli, leek, radish, and sunflowers when applied directly. The preparation method that makes coffee grounds genuinely fast-acting is documented by Cornell University's Soil Now program. Liquid coffee ground fertilizer. Use approximately 2 cups of spent coffee grounds per 5-gallon bucket of water. Allow to steep for 24 to 48 hours, stirring occasionally. The resulting liquid delivers nitrogen and micronutrients in a water-soluble form that plant roots can absorb directly, bypassing the slow decomposition process entirely. Apply the liquid directly to the soil at the base of your plants. The plants that benefit most are those with high nitrogen demands: tomatoes, peppers, leafy greens, and roses. One important note from Oregon State University: keep coffee grounds to no more than 20% of any compost pile by volume, and when applying liquid, use it as a supplement alongside other fertilizers, rather than as a standalone complete feed. Drop a comment. Do you already use coffee grounds in your garden? Tell me how you apply them. Fertilizer 2. Banana peels. The kitchen scrap most famous for its potassium content, and one where the preparation method makes all the difference between results in 48 hours and results in 6 weeks. Banana peels are documented by multiple peer-reviewed research sources as containing high potassium alongside calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. Research published in the Agriculture MDPI journal confirmed that banana peel-treated soil showed measurable increases in potassium, calcium, and phosphorus. A study reported by Earth.com on peer-reviewed agricultural research found that in okra experiments, banana peel treatments produced richer leaf color, larger leaf area, and heavier pods than soil receiving only synthetic fertilizer. Potassium is the mineral most critical to flower development, fruit quality, and plant disease resistance according to horticultural data cited by Cape Gazette. This is why banana peel fertilizer is most valuable for flowering and fruiting plants, tomatoes, peppers, roses, and fruit trees. Here is the honest limitation the internet consistently fails to mention. Burying a whole banana peel near your plants produces very slow results. According to Gardenia.net, potassium and phosphorus are not highly water-soluble in their natural form inside the intact peel, so nutrients remain locked in the tissue until full decomposition occurs, which can take weeks depending on soil temperature and moisture. The 2 preparation methods that make banana peel fertilizer genuinely fast-acting are both documented and simple. Method 1 is banana peel liquid fertilizer. Chop 2 to 3 banana peels into small pieces and place in a jar. Cover completely with water. Allow to soak for 24 to 48 hours at room temperature. The water-soluble potassium, calcium, and magnesium leach into the water during this period. Strain out the peel pieces and apply the liquid directly to your plant's soil. This delivers potassium in a water-soluble form that roots can absorb within hours. Method 2 is dried banana peel powder. Sun-dry the peels completely until brittle, then grind to a coarse powder. Research from Wazir et al. Cited in the MDPI journal confirmed that dried peel powder mixed into soil produced measurable increases in soil potassium within the treatment period. The drying process breaks down cell structure, making nutrients far more immediately available than intact fresh peels. Important honest note: banana peels contain no significant nitrogen. They are a targeted potassium, calcium, and phosphorus supplement. Use them alongside a nitrogen source for complete plant nutrition. Fertilizer 3, eggshells. The kitchen scrap almost every gardener has heard about, and the one where understanding the chemistry completely transforms how fast it works. Eggshells are composed of approximately 95% to 96% calcium carbonate, according to peer-reviewed research published in the Taylor and Francis Journal on eggshell powder as a calcium source for groundnut crops. Additional minerals present include magnesium, phosphorus, and trace iron. That same research confirmed that application of eggshell powder on crops including cowpea, red chili, and tomato showed better growth and yield compared to control groups. The specific function calcium serves in plant health is critical to understand. According to Rural Sprout citing Plant Nutrition Science, calcium is essential for cell wall strength, nutrient transport, root growth, and plant reproduction. The most visible sign of calcium deficiency in garden plants is blossom end rot in tomatoes. The dark sunken leathery patch on the bottom of the fruit, documented by the University of Minnesota Extension as caused by insufficient calcium-reaching developing fruit tissue. Here is the honest limitation. A whole eggshell fragment sitting in soil can remain there for years without breaking down in a form plants can absorb. According to Gardening Know-How, the process from eggshell to available calcium through normal microbial decomposition can take months. The preparation method that makes eggshells fast-acting is documented by Gardening Know-How. Vinegar dissolved liquid calcium. Crush clean dry eggshells as finely as possible using a food processor, mortar and pestle, or rolling pin. Place the crushed shells in a jar and cover completely with white vinegar. The acetic acid in the vinegar reacts with the calcium carbonate in the shells. You will see bubbling, which is the chemical reaction releasing carbon dioxide. Allow the reaction to complete, typically 24 to 48 hours, until bubbling stops completely. The resulting liquid contains calcium in a water-soluble, immediately plant-available form. Dilute with an equal volume of water before applying to soil. Gardening Know-How documents this method as transforming calcium carbonate so that plant roots can absorb it almost instantly, bypassing the months-long microbial decomposition process. One important caution confirmed by BBC Gardener's World magazine. Eggshell applications raise soil pH toward alkaline. Acid-loving plants including rhododendrons, azaleas, blueberries, and geraniums should never receive eggshell fertilizer as the pH change can harm them. Reserve it for tomatoes, peppers, brassicas, and most flowering perennials. Comment below. Have you ever dealt with blossom end rot on your tomatoes? This is the calcium fix most gardeners never know about. 3 down, 2 to go. Fertilizer number 4 is the one most people either use incorrectly and damage their plants, or avoid because they heard it was dangerous. The truth is more nuanced than both reactions, and once you understand the specific rules, it is one of the most powerful and fastest-acting natural fertilizers available. And fertilizer number 5 is the one sitting on your stove tonight that you are about to pour down the drain. Do not click away. Fertilizer 4, wood ash. The kitchen and fireplace byproduct that has been used as a plant fertilizer for centuries, and that acts faster than almost any other natural amendment because of one specific chemical property. According to Piedmont Master Gardeners, the principal nutrients in wood ash are potassium at 3% to 8%, phosphorus at 1% to 2%, and calcium at 20% to 25%. University of Nebraska Extension documents similar figures. Potash less than 10%, phosphate around 1%, and calcium compounds as the largest component at approximately 25%. Additional micronutrients documented in wood ash include boron, copper, molybdenum, sulfur, zinc, and iron, according to the University of New Hampshire Extension. The property that makes wood ash uniquely fast-acting is confirmed by Piedmont Master Gardeners and Fairfax County Master Gardeners Association. Wood ash is water-soluble. Unlike agricultural lime, which can take 6 months or more to alter soil pH, wood ash dissolves readily and begins changing soil pH within days. Multiple sources confirm it works significantly faster than lime specifically because of this water solubility. Important honest context. Wood ash has a documented pH of approximately 11.6 according to Oklahoma State University data, meaning it is highly alkaline. This is why it raises soil pH so quickly and why the application rate must be controlled carefully. The application rate that matters. Wisconsin Horticulture Extension limits applications to a maximum of 15 to 20 pounds per 1,000 square feet per year. University of Nebraska Extension recommends no more than 5 pounds per 100 square feet to avoid excess alkalinity and nutrient lockout. When soil pH rises above 7.0, nutrients including phosphorus, iron, boron, manganese, copper, zinc, and potassium become chemically tied to soil particles and less available to plants even while you are adding them. So more is never better with wood ash. 3 warnings that are genuinely important. Warning 1 from University of New Hampshire Extension. Never use ash from garbage, pressure-treated wood, or painted wood. These contain heavy metals and toxic compounds harmful to plants, soil, and humans. Only use ash from clean, untreated hardwood or softwood. Warning 2 from UF/IFAS Extension and UNH Extension. Never mix wood ash with nitrogen fertilizers including urea, ammonium sulfate, or ammonium nitrate. Wood ash's high pH causes these fertilizers to release ammonia gas on contact. Warning 3. Do not apply wood ash to acid-loving plants including blueberries, rhododendrons, azaleas, or potatoes. The rapid pH increase directly damages these plants. For the right plants, tomatoes, fruit trees, most flowering perennials, and vegetables in slightly acidic soil, apply wood ash as a light dusting to the soil surface, water it in, and the potassium and calcium enter the soil solution within 24 to 48 hours. One more fertilizer to go, and it is the one I told you to stay for. Here at Gardening Answers, this is exactly what we do every single week. Take the real documented science and give you practical information you can use in your garden today. Subscribe right now and hit the bell so you never miss it. Fertilizer 5. Vegetable cooking water. This is the one. The fertilizer that is already prepared, already liquid, already dissolved, and already sitting on your stove every time you cook dinner. When you boil vegetables, what happens chemically is documented by Sutter Health and cited by Outdoor Guide. The heat breaks down the vegetable tissue and the water-soluble minerals inside the vegetables leach directly into the cooking water. When you boil vegetables, almost all of the water-soluble vitamins B and C and a significant portion of the minerals including zinc, potassium, calcium, and iron leach out of the vegetables and end up in the water. According to East River Nursery citing horticultural sources, the micronutrients including phosphorus and calcium are released into the water when you boil vegetables, eggs, or potatoes. Here is why vegetable cooking water is the most immediately plant-available natural fertilizer on this list. The nutrients are already dissolved. They are already in liquid solution. Plant roots absorb nutrients from dissolved minerals in soil water. They cannot absorb a banana peel or a coffee ground directly. Vegetable cooking water contains dissolved mineral ions from the moment it comes off the stove. There is no preparation step, number 48-hour soak, no decomposition process required. Cool it to room temperature and it is ready to apply directly to your plant's soil. Egg boiling water is specifically documented as rich in calcium, the same calcium your tomatoes need to prevent blossom end rot. Potato water is documented by House Digest as particularly rich in potassium, which promotes resilience against environmental stress and disease. All vegetable cooking water delivers a broad spectrum of water-soluble minerals that are immediately available to plant roots upon application. The preparation is genuinely this simple. Boil your vegetables as normal without salt. Allow the water to cool completely to room temperature. Applying hot water directly to roots causes damage. Pour the cooled cooking water directly at the base of your plants. That is the entire process. Zero cost, zero preparation, zero waiting. The critical warning confirmed by Gardening Mentor, House Digest, and multiple other sources. The water must contain absolutely no salt. Salted cooking water is harmful to plants because high sodium concentrations in soil draw water out of plant root cells through osmosis, causing the plant to dehydrate even when the soil appears moist. This is the same mechanism that makes seawater lethal to land plants. If you salt your cooking water, that water goes down the drain, not onto your plants. Keep a dedicated pot for unsalted vegetable boiling if you want to use the water for your garden. The trade-off, slightly less seasoned boiled vegetables in exchange for a free, immediate, zero-preparation natural fertilizer, is one of the best value decisions your kitchen garden has available to it. Drop a comment. Are you going to try this tonight? Tell me which vegetables you are cooking. Here are your 5 kitchen fertilizers, the correct preparation method for each, and the honest limitation you need to know. Coffee grounds, 1% to 2% nitrogen confirmed by Oregon State University. Do not sprinkle dry on soil. OSU confirms this is not effective and can temporarily deplete available nitrogen. Steep 2 cups in 5 gallons of water for 24 to 48 hours per Cornell University soil now. Then apply as liquid. Use as a nitrogen supplement alongside other fertilizers, not as a standalone complete feed. Banana peels, high potassium, calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus confirmed by MDPI Agriculture journal peer-reviewed research. Do not bury whole peels. Nutrients are not water-soluble in intact tissue per gardenia.net. Soak chopped peels in water for 24 to 48 hours and apply the liquid, or dry and grind to powder for faster soil incorporation. Contains no significant nitrogen. Combine with a nitrogen source. Eggshells, 95% to 96% calcium carbonate confirmed by Taylor and Francis peer-reviewed research. Whole shells take months to break down. Dissolve crushed shells in white vinegar for 24 to 48 hours per gardening know-how for near-instant plant-available liquid calcium. Do not apply to acid-loving plants. Wood ash, potassium 3% to 8%, phosphorus 1% to 2%, calcium 20% to 25%, confirmed by Piedmont Master Gardeners and Wisconsin Horticulture Extension. Water-soluble and faster-acting than lime confirmed by multiple sources. pH of approximately 11.6 means use sparingly, maximum 5 pounds per 100 square feet per year. Never use ash from treated wood. Never mix with nitrogen fertilizers. Vegetable cooking water, water-soluble minerals including potassium, calcium, zinc, and iron confirmed by Sutter Health data cited by Outdoor Guide. Most immediately plant-available fertilizer on this list, nutrients already in solution, no preparation required. Must contain zero salt, salted cooking water damages plant roots. Cool to room temperature before applying. 5 fertilizers. Zero cost. Everything already in your kitchen. The only thing that was missing was the correct preparation method. And now you have it. If this video changed how you look at your kitchen waste from tonight forward, hit the like button. It helps Gardening Answers reach other gardeners who have been throwing away free fertilizer every single day. This is what Gardening Answers is built on. Documented science and honest practical knowledge that no one is being paid to tell you. Every single week. Subscribe if you are not already and hit the bell so every new video comes straight to you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 5 are you trying first? Or have you already been using any of them? I read every single comment here on Gardening Answers. Share this with someone who has been spending money on fertilizer every season. It might save them more than they expect. And before you go, next week on Gardening Answers I am showing you the 6 companion planting combinations with the most documented scientific evidence behind them for reducing pest pressure across your entire vegetable garden. Not tradition. Not folklore. Peer-reviewed research. Stay subscribed and we will see you in the next one.